Alright, so I wanted to wait for the discourse surrounding Mickey 17 to calm its tits because everyone seemed to be a tad disappointed by it. But in my anti-capitalist opinion, the only people that have a reason to be majorly disappointed by Mickey 17 is the bigwig box office boys, brother. It didn't make $1 billion. Okay, bet, but I'm trying to figure out why the box office poll of a movie really has anything to do with the movie itself if you're just reviewing it, but that's maybe a separate video. Nah, fuck it, it's this video. Cabin in the Woods was a bomb. The Thing was a bomb, Children of Men was a bomb, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was a bomb, Shawshank Redemption, and oh yeah, Bong Joon-ho's Snowpiercer. It wasn't a bomb worldwide, but it made $4.5 million in the States. See, we are all bound by time. We are trapped in the present moment, so when a movie comes out that bombs, it's impossible for us to look 5 years into the future and see what kind of cultural relevance it still has. The Crow was a box office bomb and probably deserved it, but so was Iron Giant, and that Brad Bird banger deserves more praise than 80% of most theatrically released animation. Anyways, this is the first time I'm bringing up the box office so much in a video because people are discussing the failure of Mickey 17 as a follow-up to Parasite more than they are discussing it as just a movie. Bong Joon-ho is an incredibly talented filmmaker, but it almost feels like people are reviewing Bong Joon-ho 7 rather than Mickey 17, which I do understand. But is it a great movie? Yeah, kinda. Is it a better film than Parasite was? No, not by a long shot, in my opinion. This might be a super hot take or not, but I've come to the tentative conclusion that when Bong Joon-ho makes a specifically English film, he wants to have fun and provide a good time. His South Korean movies feel so much smaller in scale, but so much more dense with meaning, more attention paid to the inner workings of his stories. Much like Paul Verhoeven, Bong Joon-ho, when making a movie for America, seems to only tackle or satirize things like capitalism and class warfare instead of telling a more straight-faced, character-driven drama. Even Verhoeven had his basic instinct. I also understand that the host is playing with some of those things too. It's not all black and white, but I do find it interesting that all three of his American movies fit into a thematic trilogy so well. Snowpiercer, Okja, and Mickey 17 now are so similar with the things they're talking about that Mickey felt a bit redundant to me on first watch. But alright, enough preamble. How is it? That's what I'm here to talk about. I don't want to talk about the Mickey 17 discourse like in the cultural eye. I just want to talk about it because I did really like it. Because it's good. So yeah, here's some things I love. Here's some shit I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Robert Pattinson, for me, seems incapable of delivering a boring performance, and seeing him in the lead role of a Bong Joon-ho movie feels so right. He fits so well into this wacky sci-fi world. Both Mickeys have distinct character traits that actually matter to the story, and it's important that they communicate with each other, and seeing them go back and forth discussing their past, their problems, their loves and hates, and all the things they share about how they see the world. I don't know, that was maybe my favorite part of the movie. All of the red button stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. The idea of getting a new version of yourself after each literal and metaphorical self-destruction. Mickey 17's humility to the point of self-loathing versus Mickey 18's arrogance to the point of world-changing sacrifice. These two arcs of the same guy going in opposite directions. I don't know, I thought it was really fun to track. Despite it pretty obviously biting Starship Troopers' whole thing in the third act, I'll still say I loved the creatures, especially put against the frozen tundra environment. I thought the CGI really helped to immerse you into that world. It didn't feel like bad CGI, it just felt like a vision, if that makes sense. Mark Ruffalo is good, but he's best when he's in more close quarters scenes with Mickey, like that peak comedy dinner scene. But him as the leader addressing the entire community on TV and stuff was just a little bit more cartoony than I personally wanted it to be. The tone is suitably wacky without it, but there might just be too much of him for my taste. It reminds me of something, I don't know what it is, something that pisses me off all the fucking time. Naomi Ackie, who I brought up in my Blink Twice video, was even better in this than she was in that movie. She got a great screen presence and has such an expressive face. I bet we are going to see a lot more of her, and I'm definitely all for it. But yeah, it took me a while to process what exactly I wanted to say about this film, and I know it's not much, but I knew I wanted to get it off my chest. My favorite type of videos to make are where I'm talking about a movie I just adore, and I can nerd fap about it. I ignore the problems or the cultural footprint, and I just gab with you guys about Hannah or something. But Mickey 17, in the grand scheme for me, isn't a total nutbuster or anything. It's not as good as Snowpiercer, but better than Okja. It's one of my favorite Robert Pattinson performances, but he's got like 6 of those at this point. And it's not my favorite Bong Joon-ho movie because Memories of Murder exists. I love the creatures, but it's one of 3 or 4 different plots going on. I don't know. I think Mickey 17 isn't too much movie, but it is quite a bit movie. I'm an optimistic guy with movies though, so I look at Mickey 17 and I just look forward to seeing it again. The follow-up to Parasite is kind of a tall order, and this movie was cooking for so long that people's expectations just got a little unwieldy, I'll say that. I recommend you see it for yourself if you haven't and make your own opinion on it. If you have seen it, what did you guys think? Best movie ever? Total dog water? Let me know down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. I will see you guys next time. Later.